Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Olodukonyede and the channel is where we make structural engineering design simple and easy. Once again, I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to our channel and all that has been sending very encouraging words. We say we appreciate you. We have a lot of messages from our subscriber and we are going to take them one after the other. And if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please hit the subscribe button, click the like button and share button so that when next we put up videos like this, you will be notified. And also it will afford you the privilege of asking us any question about this design, and we'll definitely get across to you by putting up a video or by answering your questions. So we have a lot of questions which we are going to take one after the other. We have Shina Adebayo from Uyo, Nigeria. I said, please, how can we cut sections and lift wall design? Thank you. We will look at that in subsequent videos, but definitely we can always get that. Lift design is a typical wall design, the same way you design for wall. For wall design, this is what you use when designing for lift. This, if you look at it, this is wall and this is how you design for your lift. But subsequent videos, please stay tuned to this channel. We will definitely get across to you with one of our videos. Thank you very much. Ibro Makanaki. Ibro Makanaki, you didn't tell us where you are chatting us from. You didn't tell us where you are chatting us from. So I would like to encourage everyone that is chatting and commenting on our platform to please tell us, if you're in Nigeria, which of the states you are commenting from, and if you're outside Nigeria, please tell us the country that you are commenting from. Ibro Makanaki said, superb. This is an answer to a question I was about to ask. You are great. Ibro, I want to say thank you very much for these very encouraging words. That is why we are here, to put up videos for you. Your other question says, how can you design a pie? How can you design a pie individually that fails? These are great videos and I'm awaiting your response as soon as possible. In terms of pie design, I will say there is a test you need to do. Maybe not you, but in designing your pie, you need to test if your pie failed or not. The first test you need to do is pie integrity test. And the other test you need to do is pie loading test. With these two test results, you can tell if your pie fails or not. But the first thing you need is your soil test report showing the capacity of your pie. Let's assume your pie capacity can take 1,000 kilonewton. From your design, if your pie is taking more than, it has failed. But please stay tuned to our channel. We've done something like this, a pie design. Please go through our previous videos. There are videos about pie. Please check on our pie design. We explained a lot on that pie, so check that. Gideon Sakala from Zambia, he said, good job, bro. I always appreciate your work. Thank you, Gideon. Gideon. We really appreciate these encouraging words. We really appreciate that. Daniel. Daniel. You didn't tell us where you are commenting from, but you said great video, sir. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Omar Ali, Otman Ali. You didn't tell us where you are commenting from. Please, when you are commenting, please tell us where you are commenting from. It will encourage us to know how far our videos are going and are encouraging people to. Your question said, can you send tutorial from sample A to Z? I really don't understand what you mean by tutorials for sample A to Z. If you can explain better, then we will be glad to answer that. He said you are very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Naya Daniel, you didn't tell us where you're commenting from. You said, what about your beams are urgently needed? Please check our, maybe you're talking about what to do when your beam fails. Please check, we've done a video on that. Please check our previous videos and you will see that answer to that your question. We have JC Karamara. JC Karamara. You still didn't tell us where you are commenting from. Please, if you can, just comment and tell us where you are commenting from. We will be very, very glad. And your question said, I have a question about how can I provide only typical drawings into prota detail, for example, typical selected slab, beams, or column. Thanks. I await your answer. So today we'll be talking about how to produce drawings in prota structure and prota detail. I've been getting a lot of questions on how to produce drawings in prota detail, and that is what we will be doing today. If you are yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. That's the only way you can encourage us and tell us that we are doing a good work. If you are benefiting and you are yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. So let's dive straight right in. How to produce typical drawings for your prota detail. There is something I do when producing my drawing. I use protastructure in calculating, and in terms of the detail protastructure produce, some of the details I'm not too okay with them in producing my final drawing for submission. So most time I only take some of the, especially I take the slab, not the slab detail, the formwork. I take that. I take the beam detail, and I take foundation. I think that is what I take from the prota detail. But every other one you still need to edit heavily. You still need to edit to get a clean drawing. Produces drawing, but if you don't have time and you are pressed for time, you can use the detail from prota detail to submit your final drawing. But for me, I prefer just some few details from prota detail, and the rest I manually produce my drawings. So we start straight right in. Before you produce your drawing, you would have done your modeling, analysis, design, and calculate everything. And also please pay attention to this. If you make sure that there is no failed drawing before any failed calculation before you export to prota detail. Make sure you come Please check our previous video. If you've not, please go through them. We will not be explaining from the scratch everything here. Now it's showing that the column is good. We've designed the color. We'll come back, we check for our beam. You make sure that all the beams, all of them, they pass the design. They all pass the design, because if you don't and you export to prota detail, some of your reinforcements will be missing. Please pay attention to that. If there's anyone that you've not designed and you move straight to prota detail, some of your reinforcements will be omitted in the drawing. You just see an empty formwork with no reinforcement inside. Very important you do this. Very, very important. Okay, make sure every one of them is checked. Everyone is checked. Everything is checked. Yep, they are all checked. Good. Okay, if you look now, every one of them has been checked. We'll close. Now, after that, please pay attention. Please pay attention. For you to move your model to prota detail, come to concrete design, come to load prota detail. You say yes. If it chooses to save, yes. When you click that, it takes time for it to open, but just wait. Some of you asking me that you click on prota and it doesn't load. Please follow this step and see. If you click here, it will pop here. This is the page that we appear on this page. If you want to detail all of them at once, all of them, but I don't advise on this auto generate detail. If you click here, all your detail will be generated at once. That is not what we want. And JC Karamara, please pay attention to this if you are listening. This, if you click auto generate, it generates all, but if you want to produce your drawing by selected parts, you click create start by creating new drawings. Now that you are here, the areas I try to produce my drawings is come to form this form plan. You can produce from your foundation. If you click here, you can right click, you get to this part. Make sure if this part is not checked, if this form plan side dimension is not checked, please check it. And if you come here, if this show number of bar in bar label, if it's not checked, you can see check it. You can check it with that. You click, you say draw, you click and allow, voila. So with this now, it has drawn my footing. Normally I only explained I didn't do this part, but this is my foundation. I come back here. If I want to do the first floor, right click, draw, same process, you say draw. This is my first floor. I keep arranging it, my first floor. You can move it, arrange it if you want to. Yep, click outside or escape. Good. If I want my second floor, I right click, draw, everything still okay. You say draw. This is the second floor. If this my roof, I want my roof, everything still okay. I click, and this is my roof. So with this, I've done my form works. If you want your column, but I really don't like how prota data produces is column. I really don't like it, but you can check our previous videos where we explain about creating drawings, and I place my typical construction drawing in that video. Please check our videos. This is how it produces the column. This is the first floor. You can do second floor, and this is the roof. Then you do your beams. You can produce your beams. Beam elevation for first floor, you say draw, and you click. So this is your first floor, and these are your detail. These are your detail. You can now click on footing. Right click, and you draw footing. You can say draw, and this is it. This is how you do it. So we've gotten our foundation, our slab, second floor slab, columns, beam, and all. Once you've gotten this and you are okay with it, this is what you want. You either click this, export DWG stroke this, or go to file, export for external software, and click on this. When you get to this part, depending on the export directory, is showing training stroke export drawing. This may be inside the documents folder, but we can choose to change directory. Come to desktop, click on desktop, we say export, and it will look at it. It's exporting our drawing. It will now, yes, it has finished exporting it. This is it, drawing one. If you double click on it, it will produce your drawing. So this is how you export to AutoCAD from your prota detail. So you can pick what you want and produce it. So if you look at it, this are your documents, your drawings in AutoCAD. So you can now edit and make sure. Sometimes when you print, the text are very small compare, but normally for your text on an A3, the text I prefer to use now, the prota detail is using 100 mm height, so you can choose to make it 180, so that when you print it will come out good. So if you print, it will come out good. This is what we do. If you print it, it will come out good. Like all this now, you can either change them to 180, your text 180. So if you print, it won't be too small. And to all these other ones, you can make them depending on your previous height, but typically for this form work, I use 180 as my text height. So do that, arrange your work and make sure they are neat for printing. And once you do that, you can be sure that your work will come out good. So this is how I produce my drawing. So but typically I use for the detailing, for the reinforcement, I use manual. I draw it manually. because it will be neater than what it will provide. But if it's okay by you, you can use the detail that it produces in the reinforcement, the slab reinforcement, but I typically don't like using that. So this is how you export to AutoCAD, and this is where we'll say if you have any question, this is where we'll call it a day. If you have any question, you can feel free to send and comment, and whenever we have the chance, we will definitely respond to your questions. So, but if you've been benefiting from our videos and you are yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button, and we will see you in our next video. Thanks.